Number 10, Kylie Jenner. In September of 2018, Kylie tweeted, "Last night I had cereal with milk for the first time. Life-changing." The post is still up to this day and has reached 179,000 likes. At first, no one was sure whether or not she was being serious, given that most people would have tried cereal and milk together at some point in their life. Seth Rogen seemed to think this and responded to her tweet saying, "Wait till you try peanut butter and jam." Other users follow suit, with someone writing, "Wait till you try coffee with hot water," or "Wait till you try butter on toast." But fans were quick to call Kylie out, as one Twitter user by the name of Joseph Shepard even came through with evidence that proved that she was lying. Apparently, Kylie had posted a photo with a bowl of cereal on Instagram in 2013. And yes, the bowl had cereal, milk, and fruit in it. So obviously the internet remembers everything. In 2020, the reality star also got called out for posting Photoshop pictures on Instagram. She put up a series of pics in a bikini by the pool, but she left some very obvious evidence of editing in there. In one photo, the edge of the pool she is standing by is completely warped, which is probably the result of her toning her leg. Kylie quickly deleted the photos only to share them again, this time with the warped pool edge cropped out of the image. But of course, fans noticed the blunder and still took screenshots. Number 9, Shay Michelle. In 2018, the Pretty Little Liars actress was accused of taking a handful of photos from other blogs and passing them off as her own travel pictures on Instagram, all from her trip to China. The evidence included a shot that she posted on her Instagram story of Hong Kong's Monster building that she apparently took from the official page of the camera company Canon. Shay even forgot to take out a computer cursor that was left in the bottom left corner when she posted it. Another one of her posts depicting a temple in Shanghai was actually originally posted by an account called Shanghai Now and Then 2 years earlier, as proven by the fact that the tourists in both of the pictures were actually identical. Another post that she stole was of a block of pastel-colored buildings, which appeared to have been taken by photographer Jan Vronsky in Tokyo in 2014. In the caption, she wrote #Shaycation Hong Kong, which is obviously a completely different country. When she got called out, Shay simply updated the captions, although she didn't own up to anything. Years later in 2018, the actress posted a sponsored video on Snapchat, all to promote a makeup remover. In the clip, she pours the liquid onto a cotton round and pretends to remove waterproof eye makeup by swiping the pad across her eyes. But while she proudly shows off the smudged cotton round afterwards, you can see that her eyeshadow and mascara remain perfectly intact. The ad was swiftly and mercilessly mocked on social media, and it made her seem a lot less credible in the beauty community. Number 8, Paris Hilton. In November of 2017, the reality star tweeted that she and Britney Spears invented the selfie, which seemed to anger a lot of fans and set off a huge investigation over whether or not she was lying. Paris said that she took the very first selfie in November of 2006, when she and Britney took a couple of pictures together. Although at first it seemed like she was joking, even W Magazine came out in support of her claim. But under her celebration post, it was a different story entirely. In an effort to prove her wrong, Twitter users posted earlier examples of the phenomenon, ranging from Madonna in 1985's Desperately Seeking Susan to Buzz Aldrin's space selfie in 1966, which was auctioned for more than $70,000 in 2020. Another user showed that Paul McCartney took a selfie in 1959. In fact, the first ever selfie was thought to be seen as far back as 1839, when the chemist and photography pioneer Robert Cornelius took a self-portrait by removing his camera's lens cap and running into frame. Even the New York Times called her out on her lie. So it's obvious that Paris Hilton was nowhere near the first person to flip the camera around and take their own picture. In fact, the term selfie only came into popular usage in 2002, which is around 4 years before Paris claimed to have posted that very first kind of photo. Either way you look at it, she was certainly not telling the truth. Number 7, Justin Bieber. On Christmas Day in 2014, the singer posted a selfie taken in a private jet to Instagram with the caption, "New jet for Christmas and she's beautiful." But funnily enough, it was TMZ that exposed him. They did an investigation that revealed that he had only rented the jet, and it was actually more like a really expensive Uber. Now, Justin Bieber didn't outright lie, but he did represent the truth in a slanted and embellished way. That was not only embarrassing, but the whole thing made it seem like he wanted to fake flex on everyone and didn't really think that he'd ever get exposed. In fact, he seems to have a tendency to greatly exaggerate the truth. In 2017, his friend Post Malone said that Justin had given Hillsong Church $10 million. He said, "It's nice to support something you believe in, but people are spending so much money and God doesn't care that your church has an effing gold roof." He obviously wanted to make a point about how much money Hillsong receives from its donors, but apparently the part about Justin wasn't entirely true either. Hillsong's former pastor Carl Lentz released a statement saying, "I do not know Post Malone and I have no idea why he would say reckless things about our church, which he has never visited. Justin has not given our church $10 million, and we do not have gold ceilings. We do not even own a church building." So it's possible that Justin might have exaggerated his contribution to the megachurch. Number 6, Diddy. In August of 2014, the rapper shared a photo of an eclipse and used the caption #DiddyView on Instagram. It was a breathtaking photo, but the only problem was he didn't actually take it. That photo belonged to Cole Younger, a photographer from LA who called him out for using the image without asking for permission first. In fact, he posted the picture on his Instagram account a couple of weeks before Diddy took it. At that time, it seemed like he or someone else who runs his Instagram account decided to screenshot the image, crop it, and repost it for some likes, which actually worked out very well before they got caught. The picture ended up getting thousands of likes and hundreds of comments, although a lot of those were from photographers and fans pointing out that the image was stolen and not properly attributed. Now, posting someone else's image on your Instagram account would have been fine, if you at the very least asked permission to share it and attributed it correctly, but oftentimes celebrities and influencers tend to think that they can get away with it just by swiping it. Interestingly enough, around that same time, Ludacris also came under fire for stealing and posting a photographer's beautiful sunset photo. While it's true that not everyone has a quality camera, generally speaking, sunsets are considered one of the easiest things to photograph, and you can get a decent shot with any smartphone. So why bother stealing someone else's picture in the first place? Number 5, Soulja Boy. Followers were quick to call out the rapper in the summer of 2014 when he posted a picture of quite obviously fake $100 bills to his Instagram. Fans thought that Soulja Boy was trying to pull the wool over their eyes, because when you look at the photo, you can see white paper in between the bills, all to make the money appear more than the actual amount. When he got called out for lying, he deleted the post and took to Twitter to defend himself, claiming that the fake bills were for a music video and that he knew they weren't real. He wrote, "I just want my fans to know that yes, I was on the set shooting a video, and they had prop money and I took a picture with it. All my cash is real. They had prop money at Turn My Swag On video too. They always have props." He then tried to say that he wouldn't fool his audience with fake stuff, and he asked them to keep it real because if they saw $100,000 in prop money at a photo shoot, they would take a picture with it too. But fans were not exactly satisfied with Soulja Boy's explanation, because it seems like he was making excuses for posting the money. Although to be fair, many video shoots do have stacks of fake bills on set to be used by the artists, for obvious reasons. But judging by the original post that he made at the time, you could easily tell that he wanted people to assume that it was real. Number 4, Bow Wow. In May of 2017, the rapper was caught in a humiliating lie when he posted a photo to Instagram claiming that he was boarding a private jet from Georgia to New York, all to promote his upcoming TV show Growing Up Hip Hop. But soon after, a photo began to circulate online that showed him on a commercial flight alongside fellow passengers. The caption read, "So this guy Lil Bow Wow is on my flight to New York." But on Instagram, he posted a picture of a private jet captioned, "Traveling to BY today. SMH. Fans also noticed that Bow Wow's original photo of the private jet appears to have been taken from a website for a Florida VIP transportation company, and it seems as though the rapper desperately wanted fans to think that he lives a life of extravagance, as he rushed to deny the claims, alleging that the photo of him on the flight was an old picture and that the haters should stay out of the big boy lane. He doubled down on the lie when he went on The Breakfast Club by insisting that he posted the picture of the private jet simply because he liked it, and said that he never claimed to be boarding that exact plane. Ironically, Bow Wow did not seem to learn from his mistakes when he posted a clip of himself on Twitter running from fans after a show in North Carolina. He wrote, 30 years old and I'm still getting chased. This crap will never stop. But later it came out that he had paid some fans to chase him for the video. Number 3, Miranda Kerr. The Australian supermodel is considered one of the world's most beautiful women. In fact, she's walked in 6 Victoria's Secret fashion shows. But in 2018, 2012, Miranda was caught photoshopping an Instagram picture from the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and nothing about it was exactly subtle. The photo features Miranda posing alongside fellow models Doutzen Kroes and Alexandra Ambrosio after wrapping up the infamous runway show. On the surface, it looked like just another beautiful photo, but it wasn't long before fans noticed something very wrong with it. Miranda's waist was photoshopped to appear far smaller than the original image. Many people took notice of the discrepancies between the original and the Instagrammed pic, also noting that several of the model's other Instagram photos also looked digitally altered. She claimed that she pulled the photo off the internet and didn't know it was photoshopped. Miranda wrote, "Hi guys, here is the original Victoria's Secret image. When I reposted the photo this week to support the girls, I screen grabbed it off the internet when I was working in Japan. I had no idea it was photoshopped. All good intentions. Sorry for the confusion and congratulations to the girls for such a great show. But whether or not it was really done intentionally, the whole incident begs the question, why would someone who is idolized by the public for their beauty feel the need to alter their image via a computer? If anything, it makes a lot of people realize that not even the world's most successful supermodel can live up to the expectation that is the airbrushed version of themselves." Number 2, Lindsay Lohan. In 2015, the actress caused a stir on social media when she uploaded a very heavily edited photo to Instagram, which appeared to be an attempt at enhancing her assets. The picture shows her wearing a black leotard standing in front of a white door, and the area near her backside is very obviously curved and disfigured. Even the door itself was noticeably distorted. She captioned the photo with, "My feet look red, lol, had to take that out. Only real red is my hair." It's unclear if she was just joking around or if she really didn't notice the error, because this was one of the worst Photoshop fails in celebrity history, and fans were very quick to call her out on it. That same year, Lindsay came under fire yet again for that exact same thing. The 36-year-old tweeted a mirror selfie that was intended to show off the results of her new waist training corset, but the photo had some very obvious distortions that are normally only the result of poorly executed Photoshop. For instance, the set of stairs directly behind her appears to be dramatically warped, indicating that she most likely attempted to alter her waistline, which was at the exact same level in the photo. Realistically, Lindsay was far from the only celebrity caught in a photo editing scandal over the years, but what really made her photos stand out was the fact that the background was always super warped, and something that you could spot from a mile away. And coming in at number 1, Beyonce. The singer was caught in several Photoshop fails in 2014, and some are very hard to believe that they would be posted on her official Instagram account. Let's start with the infamous staircase photo. While yes, Beyonce looked beautiful in the snakeskin bikini, fans were quick to notice something very wrong with the picture. If you take a look at the 6th step from the bottom of the staircase, you can see that it is distorted. The step looks as if it's crooked. Everyone knows that steps are straight, and if they're not, you might need to get that fixed because that would be a major safety hazard. So it seemed like Beyonce intended to create the illusion that she has a thigh gap, which sadly was a very popular body trend back in 2014. But even more of an obvious Photoshop fail was the infamous golfing photo. That same year, the singer showed off her golfing skills while on a family vacation, but you can obviously see that her right thigh is very warped in the photo. In fact, both of her thighs clearly have some pixelation around them, so it's likely that she photoshopped her thighs to make them look slimmer or to give the illusion that she has a thigh gap. But all things considered, as one of the most famous celebrities in the entire world, she's definitely under a lot of pressure from people to look perfect all the time. It just goes to show you that everyone feels that they have to measure up to a certain standard.
At number 10, Kim Kardashian. In June, the reality star made an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. On her way to the show, she did an Instagram Live in the car to promote the show. It did not go quite as planned because with her were her 2 sons, Saint and Psalm. Like anything involving a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, it was chaotic, and we got to see Kardashian's mom's side in action. Kim told the boys to say hi, Saint popped in and said hi weirdos. She was not too pleased with the choice of language and told him to stop it. Saint wasn't quite done just yet, adding, "If you're watching this, I hate you." Psalm of course was repeating whatever Big Brother was saying. She scolded Saint with, "Look what you're teaching him," prompting Saint to defend his brother, telling viewers this is a good boy. Even during the taping of the show, she had to tell them to settle down quite a few times. The Rowdy Boys did not mix well with being live, and I think that's the last time they got to go to work with Kim. Number 9, Cameron Diaz. The actor did not know how to work the tech on an Instagram Instagram Live and she let us all know it. She was doing an interview with Carly Stein, founder and CEO of Beekeepers Naturals Inc. Whoever was helping her with the live left her some instructions, but I guess they weren't too effective. She was trying to pin a comment at the top of the chat so viewers joining late would know what's going on. She told viewers, "I'm posting it, but I know I'm supposed to say pin, so that's another fail on my end." She grabbed her glasses and read the printed out instructions once again. After struggling for a while, she decided to go on without the pin comment and began her chat with Carly anyway. I'm sure new viewers got the memo. They chatted about health and beauty and even gave fans a glimpse into her new life as a first-time mom. At number 8, Adele. Before the singer released her most recent album 30, fans had been waiting 5 years, so it was highly anticipated. Last year, in efforts to promote her single Easy on Me, she jumped on Instagram Live to chat with fans. Then, out of nowhere, in the middle of the stream, a fan asked Adele what her body count was. If you don't know, body count refers to the number of people you've slept with. She did not know that was the meaning and asked her viewers, "What's my body count? What does that mean?" She moved on from the question, but I'm sure she learned quickly after the stream just what that question means. Luckily, Adele has a wonderful sense of humor, so I don't think she would have been offended by the raunchy question. All I know is the confusion made for a funny clip of the singer. At number 7, Max Eric. He's an actor as well as a musician. Eric was previously engaged to Demi Lovato, a relationship which they first confirmed to fans accidentally in an Instagram Live. In early March, Lovato shared that she was single, but by the end of the month, fans were noticing some hints that led him to believe otherwise. Eric posted a video of him singing Yellow by Coldplay to Instagram with the caption 4D with a rose emoji and a heart. Fans were sure it translated to for Demi. They confirmed suspicions when Eric was singing at the piano for an Instagram Live and Lovato walked into frame. You can see him mouth "I'm live" multiple times before she finally realized and quickly covered her face with a blanket and popped back out of frame. They made their official first appearance in the music video for Stuck With You, and by July the two were engaged. At the end of September, however, the pair broke up and things were pretty messy for a while. Eric even accused his ex-fiancée of using him for a PR stunt. Number 6, 21 Savage. The rapper joined in on the lockdown entertainment by hopping on Instagram Live and singing some of his favorite R&B hits. I emphasize that he's a rapper and not a singer, so hearing him try to hit some of those high notes kept viewers quite entertained indeed. He sang songs like Beyonce's Be Myself and I and Usher's Let It Burn, and fans were delighted. 21's covers turned him into a trending topic on Twitter as fans watched clips of his live karaoke session. The live stream definitely showed us a different side to the rapper, whose own music is far from Beyonce and Usher. Whatever his intentions were with the live, he managed to keep people laughing, and there's nothing wrong with trending on Twitter in this case. One fan tweeted, "21 Savage, the real king of R&B." Another, "21 Savage singing his soul out on live." At number 5, Doja Cat. In February, the singer accidentally exposed her new mystery boyfriend during an Instagram Live. She'd been hiding her new man from fans, but let her guard down while on live. Doja was chilling in the pool talking to her fans when suddenly you hear a man in the back call her babe. For a second, she turned to respond before realizing what had happened. She quickly said, "Oh, I'm on live," before telling viewers she had to go and ending the stream. After, of course, the clip went viral and fans began speculating who the man could be. There was a lot of speculation that the voice belonged to the rapper French Montana, who she'd been linked with since October 2020. One fan wrote, "That's defo French in the back, he has the same voice." Another said, "That's French Montana, he's low-key her boyfriend for real for real." Nothing turns the internet into a bunch of detectives more than a celebrity trying to keep a secret. At number 4, Millie Bobby Brown. For those that don't know, the Stranger Things star also has a line of beauty products including hair accessories, makeup, and skincare called Florence by Mills. A couple of years ago, Brown had to apologize to fans after being called out for not actually using her skincare products during an Instagram Live tutorial. Then, 15, Brown was accused of faking her nighttime skincare routine after not actually using the products or removing any makeup. She received a lot of negative feedback, and in response to the criticism, she explained that she's still learning and appreciated the feedback. She wrote on Instagram, "I'm still learning the best way to share my routines as I get to know this space better. I'm not an expert. I thought doing a quick video replicating my personal process for that night was okay, but that's not what was conveyed. I understand. I appreciate all of your feedback on this journey. Please keep sharing your thoughts and I will too. I get why she didn't want to record herself washing her face. It's not the most glamorous, but I think it made people think she didn't want her own products to touch her skin." Number 3, Hannah Brown. The Bachelorette star got into some some trouble after one of her live streams during lockdown in 2020. When the reality star was trying to remember how the song Rockstar by DaBaby went, she let the N-word slip. As a white woman, obviously this was not okay and her viewers immediately clocked it. Brown didn't catch her error right away, being confused after reading her fans' comments of, "Did she just say it?" She did apologize after the incident, writing, "I owe you all a major apology. There's no excuse and I will not justify what I said. I've read your messages and seen the hurt I have caused. I own it all. I'm terribly sorry and know that whether in public or private this language is unacceptable." Some people were not having it, saying she knew not to say it even if it's just the lyrics to the song, because she even bleeped out the F-word lyric before. This happens time and time again with white creators on live. If you can't avoid using the word and you don't even realize you said it right away, it leads me to believe it's a word you use even if it is just privately. Number 2. Cardi B. In 2019, rapper Cardi B took to Instagram Live to call out Access Hollywood. Cardi had seen a video from the outlet claiming that her daughter Culture calls someone else mommy due to Cardi's busy work schedule. She took to Instagram to defend herself but ended up landing herself in some hot water. According to Cardi, when asked about balancing work and motherhood, she gave a 2-minute answer explaining that her daughter comes first. She said, "Yes, I could have somebody babysit my kid, but it's like a whack feeling when your kids are not even trying to F with you and trying to call someone else mommy." But Access Hollywood edited her answer to make the headline juicier. She came to the live guns blazing, cursing at the outlet, telling them not to use her kid for clickbait. Her rage reached new levels when she said, quote, "Access Hollywood, suck my whole D, suck a D, I hope your effing mom catches AIDS." The comment has been criticized, and although many were on board before it was said, they called the statement vile, ugly, spiteful, and said it went too far. And at number 1, Justin and Hailey Bieber. Early in the pandemic, when a lot of people were first dealing with unemployment, Justin and his wife Hailey and good friend Kendall Jenner decided to do a live stream together. Unfortunately, the whole time they were being tone-deaf millionaires. In the Instagram Live, Justin and Kendall discussed the negative impact of the coronavirus, and honestly, Justin came across really privileged. One person tweeted, "Really cool that Jay Biebs takes the time out of his day to acknowledge that we are poor," referring to the singer saying, "How blessed are we? A lot of people in this time have a crappy situation. They look at us and obviously we worked hard for where we're at. We can't feel bad for the things we have, but us taking the time to acknowledge that there are people who are struggling is important." Jenner replied with, "Yeah, I think about that all the time." It was way too soon for celebrity nonsense, with another person tweeting, "Thank God they're acknowledging us. So grateful. Suddenly my debts are wiped clear and I'm no longer unemployed. Probably would have been better to not acknowledge anyone."
Coming at number 10, the eyebrow glitch. Now, we've all played around with those fun Snapchat filters, you know, the ones that make you look like a puppy or maybe something scary during a time like Halloween. But where things started to go wrong is when they began uploading filters that enhance feminine features. Now, I'm sure this Instagram model was happy to find a matching pink hat and shirt, so she just wanted to flex, but perhaps didn't have the time to do her eyebrows because, how did you not see that eyebrow floating through the brim of the hat? Doesn't take a rocket scientist to say that she's been catfishing this whole time. Coming number 9, Sahar Tabar. Sahar Tabar, whose real name is Fatima Kishfan, initially shocked the world with her attempts at looking like actress Angelina Jolie. Before her account was deleted, she had garnered around 486,000 followers by regularly posting photos of her haunting new look. Many people believe that Sahar had gone through some drastic cosmetic surgeries to achieve this look though. However, she has now made it very public that this look was actually achieved through makeup and Photoshop. According to Mail Online, Sahar posted a picture of her former appearance for the first time. She admitted to having some surgery to her face, including a nose job, lip fillers, and liposuction, but she is also quoted as saying, "This is Photoshop and makeup. Every time I publish a photo, I paint my face in an increasingly funny way. It is a way of expressing yourself, a kind of art. My fans know that this is not my real face." Coming to break, Louis. This Chinese influencer was exposed by a Facebook user named Extreme for posting some pretty extremely altered photos of herself and a friend online. The original photos that she was sharing made her face look almost doll-like, with extremely airbrushed looking faces as well. This side-by-side comparison shows a dramatic difference between the catfishing images she was posting online and what the reality was. In another photo, she actually forgot to take a reflection out of the nearby window, which is most likely where this Facebook user that exposed her first was tipped off that this social media star may be catfishing people. And at number 7, Hush Puppy. Nigerian influencer Hush Puppy once flaunted a life of luxury that many became very envious of. He seemed to have it all, from penthouses to expensive cars. Hush Puppy was always posting about his lavish lifestyle lifestyle. He often attached messages of motivation, but now people are realizing that it was all just a big scam. Recently, he admitted to conning people out of at least $24 million, including $1 million that was meant for a children's hospital in Qatar. Anytime someone inquired about how Hush Puppy gained his wealth, he would claim that he amassed his fortune by playing the real estate market in Dubai. However, this facade that he was putting forth was broken apart by FBI agents who raided the influencer's home and found $41 million in cash, 13 luxury cars valued at around $6.8 million, and phone and computer evidence containing more than 100,000 fraud files, and the addresses of nearly 2 million possible victims. He was then arrested and flown to the US, where he was transferred to a jail in California, where he will await his sentencing. In at number 6, Soya no Soi. A young and beautiful Japanese motorcycle enthusiast turned out to be a 50-year-old man using an app to transform himself. The real person behind the account is a father of 3 and former competitive bodybuilder Yasuo Nakajima. Vice originally exposed him as being the ultimate catfish on the Japanese Monday Late Show once their production had caught up with him in person. He then would admit on live TV that he had been fooling people for months using this face app because he thought that no one would be interested in following a middle-aged man. Although this admission that he had adopted a persona stunned his fans, but it actually helped his follower count. People were like, oh cool, he's telling the truth now, I'll follow him. In number 5, Belle Gibson. Back in the early days of Instagram, influencer Belle Gibson was one of the first major con artists. In the 2010s, this Australian wellness influencer got tons of followers for promoting a diet of clean eating and launching an app called The Whole Pantry. Here's where things started to get a little weird though. She told her followers that this diet that she had created had been helping her battle and even cured multiple types of cancer, including a brain tumor. After doing tons of tours and speaking gigs, she said that she had been diagnosed with more cancer. Following that, she released a cookbook and promised her followers that the proceeds would all be going to various charities. However, in March of 2015, a report surfaced that said the $300,000 she made had not been donated anywhere. She then tried to claim that she had been falsely diagnosed with cancer, but then later admitted that she never had any type of cancer. And by 2017, a federal court in Melbourne had ordered her to pay $410,000 in fines for false charity claims, and the catfishing that she was leading a healthy life when she truly wasn't. Just scamming her fans. In at number 4, Marta Rentel. We spoke about Marta Rentel on this channel before. If you recall, she was the influencer that was selling her love as an NFT for a whopping $250K. Marta is a Polish influencer who is very forward about the separation of an online persona that she has and herself in real life. So this is why I put her on this list. You can't be out here faking some online persona and scamming people out of money and not make it onto a list like this. Getting exposed for, catfishing or living a fake life doesn't always have to happen by way of randos online. It can sometimes be the influencer themselves. She actually said that her online persona is Marty Renty, which is who this lucky winner will be receiving love from. It's such a farce that I can't even keep it together whenever I read back over this information. Rentel is clearly faking an online personality to just trick men into paying for love. Artificial love. In at number 3, Julia Stiuso. Back in 2016, Julia had appeared on a morning show and claimed to be the daughter of a billionaire. Famously, she was the woman that claimed she was too beautiful to work. She also claimed that she would fly from her home in London to Russia just to get her hair done. However, shortly after bragging about her luxurious lifestyle, she was exposed for renting out a nice place specifically for the filming of her appearance on the show called Rich Kids. However, when the camera crew arrived, she actually tried to pretend that the place was hers, but it wasn't. It was an Airbnb. Coming in number 2, Her Royal Highness. Fans of this popular Chinese video blogger got quite the shock upon finding out that she wasn't exactly who she said she was. The blogger, who referred to herself as Your Highness, just so happened to have a technical glitch during one of her live streams that accidentally revealed to her audience that she was not the young, glamorous woman that she was portraying. Turns out she was catfishing this whole time. You see, what happened was, during a joint live stream, she was urged by her fans to show her face and remove the filter that she had been using, but she refused, apparently adding, "I can't show my face until I receive gifts worth 100,000 yuan. After all, I'm a good-looking host." Followers apparently began sending her donations, but at some point the filter she was using stopped working, revealing that she was actually just a middle-aged woman. Although she didn't notice the glitch until people began leaving her VIP access room in large numbers. Not that there's anything wrong with being a middle-aged woman, but there is something wrong with faking that you're somebody else. That's all I'm saying. Last but certainly not least, our number 1 spot, Danielle Cohn. This teen influencer has more than 1 million subscribers, but her way of getting those clicks was very controversial. She actually posted a video with a title alluding to the fact that she was expecting a child. Many were already creeped out thinking that she was 15 years old, and it became even more shocking to discover that she was actually 13 years old. During an interview with her father, he said, "For years I have done the diplomatic thing while dealing with my daughter being online in a way I didn't approve of and trying to have it handled out of social media because I figured the system would work and keep my daughter safe." AKA, he thought the internet would do all the parenting for him. Coming in number 10, media mention. Most people believe that celebrities don't really ever see the media media mentioning them or hear about the stories they're telling. However, in a deleted Instagram post and in several other posts as well, Kanye has repeatedly called out the media. But on this rare occasion, he also praised the Instagram account called Shade Room because they defended his rants. In the caption, Kanye writes, "Thanks Shade Room for always showing love. Thank you for helping me control my own narrative and not writing me off. When a team wins the Super Bowl, we don't comment on how sweaty they got or how much pain they suffered in that game. It's about taking home that trophy, so when I get on my gram, I'm not afraid to get sweaty or take a hit from my family. This is not a rant, this is called freedom of speech. I am a form of media. Bezos bought the Wall Street Journal and will still never have this level of influence no matter how many dinners he does with my wife and Skeeter. And page 6, stop using bad photos of me, y'all. That whole office would die to go on a date." But before I get into my next point though, make sure you tap that like button to show some love to the channel. He didn't write that, that's just me doing a call to action. Coming in at number 9, North's TikTok. Kanye had a big problem with his daughter North being on TikTok, and so to deal with that, he decided to tag Kim and write in the caption, "Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will." And during his interview with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked, Kanye claimed that Kim was letting North wear lipstick and do TikTok videos just to antagonize him. Wanting to send a message to Kim and the rest of her team, he said, "There's 2 things I said. Tell her security not gonna be in between me and my kids, and also tell her don't have my daughter wearing lipstick on TikTok, and don't have her TikTok at all if I don't approve that. And I said it after it was done without me knowing." For those of you who don't know, Kim and North started a TikTok page together that currently has just over 5 million followers. Although the account does say managed by an adult, which I'm assuming has to be Kim just double checking that everything going out on that TikTok is fine. Coming in number 8, big accusations. After Kim made a statement about Kanye's actions being more harmful to North than her actual TikTok page, Kanye hit back on Instagram and criticized her for claiming to be the main provider. Plus, he accused her of forcing him to undergo drug testing. Kanye responded to Kim's post and said, "What do you mean by main provider? America saw you try to kidnap my daughter on her birthday by not providing the address. You put security on me inside of the house to play with my son, then accused me of stealing. I had to take a drug test after Chicago's party because you accused me of being on drugs. Tracy Romulus, stop manipulating Kim to be this way." And if you're like me and just didn't know who Tracy Romulus is, she is the Chief Marketing Officer of KKW Brands and the founder of Industry Public Relations. So I'm guessing that Kanye believes Tracy is somehow in Kim's ear and telling her that she needs to be against him. Coming in number 7, exposing Kim's family. Kanye's very public feud with Kim took another strange turn when he decided to post private text messages between himself and one of Kim's cousins. In the first message, she reaches out and says that she agrees with Kanye wanting to keep his kids off of TikTok, but Kanye just isn't in the mood to talk. Then in the second set of screenshots, she goes from apologizing for upsetting him to asking if it's safe to buy Yeezy on StockX. Kanye then captioned the photo with, "This is an example of Kim's cousin agreeing with me about TikTok," then proceeding to ask me for some Yeezys afterwards. Her other cousin Kara called me saying she agreed with me, then she said she would speak out publicly, which she never did. Then she suggested I take medication. My dad didn't have money or a public voice when my mom destroyed me and his relationship. I do. This is for every parent on either side whose kids' futures are being one-sidedly controlled. I don't even have the right to get angry as a father without being called erratic. I gave that family the culture. If they as a whole unit keep playing games with me, I will take that culture back. A father should never have to beg for the location of their children. Coming number 6, Kanye versus Pete. After all of the birthday party drama, Kanye directed his anger towards Kim's new boyfriend, SNL star Pete Davidson, who is already known for mocking Kanye on SNL in past sketches that Kanye is still clearly upset about. Although in this deleted Instagram post, Kanye may have exposed some secrets about the media. In the post he says, "This ain't about Skeet, people. It's about selling y'all a narrative. Skeet just playing his part in Frozen 3. Except it's not in theaters, this time it's on Daily Mail. Tell Bob and the entire Disney staff you wasted your money on Star Wars and Marvel because even though it makes money, you will never control the high schools. No one's ever heard a Machine Gun Kelly song, Bob." Coming in at number 5, Donda 2. After the massive success of his latest album, Donda, you knew that Kanye was going to try to find a way to outdo himself on the second. Although I really can't believe this post is real, and the comment section was pretty much feeling the same way. Kanye said his new album Donda 2 would not be streaming on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, or YouTube. Instead, it would only be available on his STEM player, which currently costs $200 on his website. In the post he writes, "We did it, don't matter what happens tomorrow, this happened tonight for the first time in a long time, I feel alive, we did it kid, we did Lord, lift me up, things changed, let's keep it burning." And as you can see, the comments are very upset about this. A lot of people saying that they are just going to wait for the leaks to come out, with many others asking why Kanye would do such a thing. To make money.
He wants to make money. Coming in at number 4, Kanye exposes Pete. A big problem that Kanye had at the birthday party for Chicago, other than not being invited, was the fact that security had stopped him at the gate. Although he believed the reason for this was due to Pete being inside of Kim's house. When asked about this by the press, Pete said that he had not even met Kanye's kids yet. Although I guess to further clear the air, Pete sent a private text message to Kanye that ended up going on Ye's Instagram. In the text, Pete says, "I'd never get in the way of your children. That's a promise. How you guys go about raising your kids is your business and not mine. I do hope one day I can meet them and we can all be friends." In the next slide, Kanye shares a photo of Machine Gun Kelly dumping popcorn into Pete's mouth while they have their pants pulled down. And in the caption, Kanye writes, "No, you will never meet my children." Coming in number 3, Hillary Clinton. Kanye's next Instagram obsession became making fun of Pete's Hillary Clinton tattoo. In the first post showing the tattoo with Pete's caption, Kanye explains why he tags so many people in some of his posts. "When I tag people, I'm just putting together the web. There are a group of people who run media and the election. Thank God for free speech." He then continues in another post and says, "Y'all seen that tattoo, but if I speak up, then I'm crazy. I told you not going to use that one no more. When a garbage man goes to work, he gonna smell like trash, but it's time to take the trash out the house." But wait, there's more. And this next one is absolutely wild. Kanye writes, "Look at this dickhead. I wonder if Instagram gonna shut down my page for dissing Hillary Clinton's ex-boyfriend." Yes, these posts are real, folks. We're archiving it here right now. Coming number 2, my account is not hacked. With all of these Instagram posts that we can't believe Kanye posted, many started to wonder if Kanye's account had been hacked at some point. Although to clear things up, Kanye posted this picture confirming that his account had not been hacked. Then in the caption he writes, "My account is not hacked. I will be at Sunday service at noon and will be taking North Insane to the Super Bowl shortly after. At Che thinks I'll double whatever they paying you just so you don't have to look at that pawn ever again. Big love." And SNL star Michael Che ended up responding to Kanye's offer and said on Instagram, "Sorry Ye, but I would never betray my friends for anything less than triple salary. That's right, $90K a year, full medical, full dental, 4 weeks vacay, corner office, plus a pair of Red Octobers, size 12. And you gotta make some beats for my band The Slap Butts. What else? What else? And you gotta tell me what you're gonna wear to work the night before so we can look like twins. You do that for me, I'll Rambo that whole building." Michael Che is an absolute legend for this response. Coming in at number 1, Kanye apologizes. I'm sure you've noticed by now that Kanye seems to love leaving the caps lock button on while he writes his captions. I mean, it's just always on. In a surprising post though, Kanye apologized for not knowing that all caps makes people read it like you're screaming the caption at them. In his apology, Kanye says, "I've learned that using all caps makes people feel like I'm screaming at them. I'm working on my communication. I can benefit from a team of creative professionals, organizers, mobilizers, and community leaders. Thank everybody for supporting me. I know sharing screenshots was jarring and came off as harassing Kim. I take accountability. I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener."
In at number 10, Kylie Jenner. At this point, I think we all know that any photo we see on Instagram from a Kardashian sister has been edited in some way. It has gotten to a point where the Kardashians won't even allow unedited photos of themselves on the internet. That's why allegedly Kylie is trying to get these paparazzi photos from the zoo taken down off the internet. Similarly to what happened with Khloe last year. The photos are obviously unedited, and it appears that Kylie is also not wearing any makeup. Since Kylie is allegedly begging for these photos to be taken down, per the tweet, it's clear that everything she posts is edited, and she's terrified of a photo of herself being online that she doesn't like. In at number 9, purple skies. Nothing is more beautiful than a cotton candy sunset when the sky turns pink and purple. And a part of what makes it so beautiful is the fact that it is so rare. Because it's so rare, Instagram models try and have it in the background of their photos to make it more interesting. Like this girl who took a photo on a beach with some palm trees and a beautiful sunset. But when you look closer, you can see that it's all a lie, and she photoshopped the background onto the photo. This is made clear when you look closer at the palm tree specifically, and in between the branches you can see that the real picture was taken in a normal blue sky. Because the background is edited, I would assume her body is also edited, although if it is, it's not as obvious. And at number 8, the Stokes twins. The Stokes twins have just over 7.5 million subscribers, but back when they were celebrating a milestone of hitting 3 million, they posted this photo to Instagram. On the photo they said, quote, "Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I'm so grateful to have you guys on this journey. Love you 3 million. But once people took a closer look at the photo, many were confused how it could be raining so much that their shirts were see-through, but their hair and face were completely dry. The consensus here is that they wanted to post a photo where they could make it seem like they had abs, and having them soak through a wet shirt was the best way. In at number 7, perfect breakfast. Nothing looks better than a beautiful meal, and influencers are known to take photos of their meals to show off how delicious and appetizing it looks to their followers. This influencer decided to take it up a notch, and instead of ordering a beautiful meal and taking a photo with it, she decided to Photoshop the food onto what looks like a real plate. It also looked like she Photoshopped the other food as well. I wonder if this was some sort of brand deal or something. I don't know why, but this is next level hilarious to me. Like, I wonder how often people are adding in food or things in the background and we just don't even notice unless it's a really bad Photoshop job. And at number 6, Tana Mojo. I think Tana is probably the worst influencer ever when it comes to photo editing, because at this point I think it's safe to say she heavily edits all of her Instagram photos. She's open about it and jokes all the time about the fact that she has had facial modifications and FaceTimes excessively, but it doesn't make it any less shocking when you see the before and afters. One of the most infamous is from November of 2019 when Tana attended the People Choice Awards, and after posting a photo to Instagram, some fans felt it looked nothing like Tana, so they went to find the Getty image, which, side note, you can actually do if you want to see unedited photos, and the results were shocking. She basically changed the entire structure of her face and lips, and I don't think there's one single part of her face that was not edited. Halfway at number 5, Kim Kardashian. We have yet another Kardashian Photoshop fail. This time Kim was caught editing a video. In a Skims campaign ad, Kim dragged her finger across her waist while feeling the underwear that was launching, and when her finger dragged across her waist, her finger got distorted, making it pretty obvious her waist was edited to be smaller. Following all the backlash, Kim's team claimed it was just a quote uploading glitch, and it happened after the video lost some of its quality in the upload process. And I don't know anything about tech, but I'm not sure why it would only glitch in one certain area if it was actually an upload error. Apparently a glitch-free version of the ad is now taking its place, but I think we all know it wasn't really a glitch. And at number 4, Alina Omovich. Alina Omovich, or Alina Star, is an Instagram model who has over 1.5 million followers on Instagram. And just going through her page, her pictures look unreal, and not necessarily in a good way. In a way that I'm pretty confident none of her pictures are actually real. Instagram account Celeb pasted a side-by-side of her photos versus her in real life, and the difference is shocking. Mostly because she looks great in the original photos. It seems that in her Instagram photos she tries to look completely unnatural. Her waist is incredibly small, along with incredibly large breasts and butt. A combination that's usually only possible with surgery or Photoshop. One commenter said she looks like the mean mother from Coraline, while others commented that she's gonna be having back problems soon from her breast implants. Both are probably true. In at number 3, Ariana Grande. Every time that I click on this photo, I am still shocked to see that it exists online and hasn't been deleted by Ariana yet. Ariana posted this photo as a teaser for her latest single called Focus. The text in front of her on the picture even reads 12 days till the single. But if you look a little closer at the picture, specifically Ariana's hands, you can see there was a major Photoshop fail. There's no before and after with this one, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that her thumb is insanely long. Her whole hand is longer than normal, but her thumb is absurdly long and thin and has clearly been stretched out. I'm just trying to wonder what was accomplished by the extra long thumb. Maybe she wanted her arm to look thinner or something, who knows. The comments on the photo are also turned off, so clearly she was getting tons of comments about it, and instead of deleting the picture, she just turned off the comments. I guess there could even be a theory that the whole thing was done just to generate press for her song, but I guess I'll leave that one up to you. And at number 2, Madison Beer. Madison Beer is one of the most beautiful women ever, and even though she denies getting any modifications or editing her photos, people do not believe her, and people online are desperately trying to catch her editing her photos any chance that they get. This was the case in 2020 after she uploaded some photos from a beach day. In one set of photos on a boardwalk, the glass pane behind her magically went away. That way, if she edited her butt, which was beside the glass pane, you wouldn't be able to tell. Unfortunately, her plan sort of backfired, and fans instantly noticed that the glass pane was missing, clearly showing the photo was altered and she was trying to hide it. After the backlash, she claimed she was trying to remove bird poop from the photos, but nobody believed her. And finally, number 1, Danielle Cohen. Danielle is so well known for editing her photos. There is an entire Instagram account dedicated to exposing her Photoshop. Many of the photos will show what Dani looked like the same day in the same outfit she wore in an Instagram photo, and the difference is shocking. In this one, she's standing right in front of a wavy ocean, and right behind her butt the waves are distorted. Coincidence? I think not. Then another shows her posing in a bathing suit beside a screenshot of a video in the same suit. I'm sure the posing and angles had a huge impact, but we're pretty sure the photo was edited too.